What did Tony Blair say to you about you and Colin Powell the first time you met him?
This goes back to the first conversation we had about kind of race in America. So Tony Blair, we were meeting at Camp David, and it's a small group. It's Tony and his security advisor, David Manning, and his foreign secretary, Jack Straw, at the time. And I'm there, and Colin's there. It's just the six of us. And later on at dinner, Tony Blair said, you know, I asked myself, could that happen in Britain? That both the National Security Advisor and the Secretary of State would be black. And he said, not yet. And I thought it was one of those moments of affirmation for how far the United States has come. And there's another that I described in the book, Lula, the president of Brazil at the time, pulled me aside one time and he said, you know, I'm trying to appoint more Afro-Brazilians to my cabinet. And I thought, this is great, because Brazil had always been one of those countries that said it didn't have a race problem. But then you'd go to Brazil and you would see that the farm hands were all African and the hotel staff was all mulatto and the government was Portuguese. And you'd say, oh yeah, you have a race problem. And Lula recognized it was really great. And then he said that, and later on he would appoint several ministers, and he invited me down. He appointed one for racial equity and harmony, and he asked me to come down and spend time with him and do a press conference with him. And again, it was one of those moments, you know, when you think we've come a long way.